What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Atelier video. All right, guys, we've been going through this for what now, a day and a half, a little bit, and there's quite a bit to do in this game, but we are bogged down by a few things. So I'm going to talk about some good, some of the bad, and some of the things that they could work on, and I'm assuming will probably get fixed as the game matures. So far, I just want to say this: the game is a lot of fun for me personally. Like I've been having a blast reading the story, playing with every character. The only issue I'm having realistically, there's actually two. In the beginning, you get inundated with a lot of stamina, which is very common for gachas, right? It's what they normally do. They give you too much stamina, and then you're like, what do I do with all this? And then you find easy ways to spend it all. So stamina has been a little bit of an issue, right? It does take quite some time to refresh, and it's not the end of the world because, quite honestly, this is the kind of pace for me that I enjoy because it doesn't force me to play the game 24/7. But stamina is definitely something that some people will have an issue with if this is their main game, unless you're buying stamina or you're purchasing it with your star gems, or you're buying the actual purchasable packs. It's going to be a waiting game, right? Right now, the stamina recovery, I believe, if I recall seeing it, was, let's just double check here. I have the timing somewhere. Let me go to Atelier, my section on my Discord. The stamina recovery currently is 11 and 17 UTC plus 8. So UTC plus 8, I believe, is plus 8 in European time. So for me personally, I think it's like 5 p.m. and what was that? 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. or something like that, or maybe 9 a.m. that these two pies happen. So you can get yourself some stamina, at least 100 stamina from the pie shop. So don't miss out on those. That's very important. So stamina is definitely going to be an issue for a lot of folks currently playing this game. But the beauty of this game is you have a skip button for everything, right? So it doesn't require you to do a lot of farming. All you really got to do is get a 3-star on one of the stages, and then all you got to do is go back to that stage, press the skip button, and you can skip it for as many times as you want. There's no limitation, so you're not you're not stuck or inundated with that limitation that a lot of gotchas trap you with. In this game, as long as you have the stamina for it, you can get it. So get in there, skip as many times as you want, makes life a lot easier and makes farming so much easier. So in that regard, I do respect this game. It does care about your time. And the stamina part, again, for me is not a big deal, but I know for some have complained about it. Okay, so that's problem. That's problem and solution. Problem and a good thing for number one. So there's good and bad towards it. Number two, a lot of people are afraid of this, okay? And I don't blame them. The amount of gems, star gems, we'll be getting throughout this game. Now, obviously, you'll get a star gem from logins, probably events. Anytime you do finish the stage for the first time, you're going to get star gems. Anytime you get a new recipe, you're going to get a star gem. And there's other ways to obviously receive star gems throughout this game. What people's concern is when those one-time solutions are done, what now, right? How are people, especially free-to-play players, going to be acquiring star gems long-term to get certain characters or save up for certain characters? Because it's not easy to dupe in this game. Dupes cost a lot. Like we're talking about one multi for 3.5 stars for a 3-star character, and then we're talking about maybe 2 multis for the next star to make it 4, and then even more multis for 3, 4.5, and then 5, because the stars go up by halves, right? And when you go to 3+, so that's going to be a concern for a lot of folks. And I think some people are scared that this game may end up being a little bit too pay to win. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, guys. The game just came out 2 days ago, and I know already people are complaining because they see how it's looking right now. But I'd imagine if you let the game mature and wait for some of the events to happen and let it play out, you'll probably find that the game isn't as bad as we all think. And plus, keep remember, for those who are free-to-play players, you're not meant to go for every banner, right? So right now, everyone should be saving for Sophie. So Sophie's is going to be the next big banner to come out. At least that's what the folks who play the JP versions are saying. So if you are looking to save up for the next big unit, that's who you should be saving up for, right? So again, gems, yes, I could see it being a problem right now because the game is only a day and a half old, right? If this persists the way it is now throughout time, then I think it's a valid concern. But for now, really not a problem. So I think let's give it a chance and see what happens. Okay, number 3. If you are into team building, this game is actually really good for one thing, specifically team building wise. Okay, the elemental impact that your characters have plays a huge role in your success in a battle. So sometimes you can jump into a battle where you are stronger than the enemy, but if you have an adverse elemental weakness to that enemy, you will most likely lose, okay? Unless you've like wailed and OP'd everything through it. On the other hand, if you are weaker than the enemy, but you have the elemental advantage and proper break and a good tank, good heals, and DPS, even with lower power, elemental weaknesses make a massive impact on your success on a higher tier level that you might be struggling with without the proper affinity. So elements play a huge role. So if you're into team building, the beauty in this game is elements and building elemental teams is going to matter a lot. And we're talking about mono elemental teams. We're talking about multi-elemental teams. So there's sometimes you're going to require fire and plant or fire and earth. Sometimes it's going to require lightning. Sometimes it's going to require stab or strike. So one or the other, sometimes together, sometimes even more. So keep in mind, if you are into team building, this game offers quite a bit of that. And also on top of that, every character does have validity. I know there's a tier list out there, obviously, that I put together. Shout out to Doggo TV for putting it together for us. But after speaking to a lot of JP players and having some chats with some folks, the 1-star characters are even valid at some point. Right as you dupe characters up and they all can go to 5-star, those characters will make an impact on your teams, especially when you're running mono elemental teams or multi elemental teams and you're lacking like the 3-star characters. The 2 and 1-star characters actually are really, really good. So that's kind of a bonus there. So if you are a free-to-play player, keep in mind, I know you want to go for the latest and greatest meta team, but it's really reassuring to hear that even the non-meta characters who are 2-star and 1-star can make it a positive impact in this game for you. Okay, so that's a positive, so keep that in mind. So don't always try to be going for the game now or for the meta all the time. Now, in regards to the game itself, graphically beautiful. Kills my phone, so I definitely have to drop the graphics on that, but on Steam it plays really well. The one thing Steam lacks that mobile does have though is the ads. So make sure you are logging into your mobile phone at the very least. Connect your accounts if you're happy with your account, and then start watching the ads on your mobile phone to get yourself some free star gems. That's something that Steam doesn't offer because they don't do ads on there. You have to log into your mobile phone. It's the exact same thing as Ever Crisis. If you play Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis, you have to go into your mobile phone, watch your ads, and then go back to Steam and play on the Steam version. So in that regard, remember to do that, please, if you are looking to get a little bit bonus on your coins and as well as your coal, I should call it. That's what they call it in this, and your star gems. The other thing also to remember is that this game is based on the Atelier franchise, so story mode is going to play a place here. So if you're getting bored of the game, you may want to consider reading the story. The story is actually decent, and it maybe make you feel a little bit more in tune with the characters, what the story is all about, and how this game's progressing. That may help. Outside of that, guys, it's not really all about waifus. I know a lot of people are thinking it's all about waifus because they see girls on screen, but there's actually a lot of male characters as well, too. So if I show you a few here, right, I mean, we've got decent-looking husbandos for you, too. So for those ladies out there or men who are looking for that, we got Ray's, we got Logie, we got Exel here. So we got some Reuven. So we got some males here, right? So for those looking for the male counterpart to a waifu game, I mean, you got a lot more waifus, obviously, but that's usually what sells these games. And the Atelier franchise is based off of mostly the waifus who do the alchemy, right? So you do have that. Another cool thing in this, if you do like alchemy and making and crafting, the crafting is very simple, but it actually has some complexity to it. So when you go to your recipes, right, you'll be able to unlock recipes doing specific stages or events or criteria that you have to meet. Once you can craft though, you can farm the items that are listed right down here where my mouse and my face is, but then when you start crafting it and synthesizing, it's a cool little option to make items the way you want. So for example, let's just show you guys one real quick here. See if I can make energy pendants. Sure, let's just show you this. I'm not going to make it right now, but I'll show you guys how it works at the very least, right? So if you're into a little bit of a semi-crafting system, it does kind of stay true to the actual IP. So this is the colors you get to choose. You get red, blue, and green, and each color will do something. So for example, if you look up here, if I pick her, she's going to allow recovery boost. If I pick her, she does magic damage boost. If I pick her, she does magic stun boost. If I pick him, he does ice resist up, etc. Right? So you guys can choose whatever you want in terms of stats or bonus effects that you want from alchemy. And then let's say I want dealt damage boost. I go next, and now I have to find a purple that gives me the wanted feature I want on this pendant. So bolt resist up, physical resist up, recovery boost, and then if you do anything outside of the color, the purple color, it now doesn't give you a secondary bonus. So in this case, let's just say you want to do, let's say physical resistance up. Okay. Then you choose an item that best suits your best needs. So stun damage boost, strike resistance up, physical resistance, magic resistance up, skill power up, all recover boost, ice damage boost, so etc. So if you're building for an ice unit, for example, this might be good for a damage dealing ice unit, right? If this is fire units, this might be better for a fire unit, etc. So you got to kind of pick and look at what is best for you. So in this case, let's say I want to do ice damage boost for one of my characters. Okay, let's say I decide to build this, which I am doing. So I said I'm not going to, but hell, let's just do it. Right? You watch this, they start building it, and then the craft system is a little bit RNG as well. So there's the item, and then out of the 3 things that I wanted, I ended up getting myself the following traits. So the boost damage 1 and ice damage boost 3. So they can go pretty damn high. You can actually get rainbow colors and get, I think, like 4 or 5, etc. Right? So there is some RNG involved in this. So when you are crafting, you're going to craft multiple versions of these items to get yourself the best results and traits that you were looking for. Okay? So there you guys have it. So far, games has been a lot of fun. It's been a day and a half. I've been enjoying it. Hope you guys have been as well. If you have any comments about the game or anything else you want to add that you enjoy about the game itself, let me know in the comment section. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.